This thing ain't right, which means it's really right. Hi, I'm Chatham. Let's go thrifting in Birmingham, Alabama. Our first stop is at What's on 2nd. What's on 2nd used to be on 2nd Avenue, but it isn't anymore. The owner completely refuses to change the name. What I like about What's on 2nd is that it's completely random. You don't ever know what you're gonna find in here. And there'll be a fine antique right next to a California Raisins figurine. And that's what I'm about. So you just have to pay attention when you're looking around and you're bound to find a treasure. So let's go inside and check it out.
Hi, Chatham.
Hey, Steve. What is your specialty here at What's on 2nd?
I carry things that especially young people like to buy. We've got rock and roll era music, we've got advertising, old postcards, just a whole array of products.
Maybe it's something from the 1980s or the 1970s that they remember.
People tend to buy what they remember.
I think you sell a lot of memories as well as the items.
Indeed.
So we're going to check out your shop today and some of the goodies that you offer.
It's always an honor.
When I walk into a place like this, or any thrift store, I like to take a couple of laps for sure. I really want to absorb the vibe of the place. Otherwise, it can be extremely overwhelming if you just go around once briefly. There's always some bizarre thing hiding in the corners. Creepy clown, anybody? Well, sometimes when I'm shopping in a place like this, I'll pick something up and carry it around. The ultimate test for me is to hold something, and by the end of the shopping experience, if I still feel attached to it, then I'll get it. These are pretty major. Fly Guy shoes with the goldfish in the heel, very exquisite. Oh, a little death metal ukulele. This definitely fits in with my whole life outlook, really. You know what I'm saying? What's on 2nd? You got some stuff on top of stuff. This thing's pretty cool. And it's got this cool old fabric in it. Just has the right look. So what really catches my eye is just something that's super unusual. Also anything Freddie Dale. I actually don't know who Freddie Dale is, but he looks pretty good. What's on 2nd is known for actually having a lot of really great postcards. The owner started out almost exclusively as a postcard dealer. So it's a fun souvenir if you're visiting Birmingham to get an old postcard from Birmingham. Postcards are a great thing to look for when you're thrifting. They're just small and portable, they're easy to decorate with, and they're a great memento of a trip. Yeah, this apothecary case looks really cool. I'm also attracted to it because of the way it's displayed. And this looks just right to me. I think I'm ready to check out. I like that thing too. And What's on 2nd, you never know what you're gonna find. But whatever it is, it's gonna be an oddity, or it's gonna be nostalgic, or it's gonna be plain old fun. Here we are at Velvet and Chrome, a really cool, super well curated shop specializing in not only mid-century, but also 1970s and 80s furniture and amazing accent pieces. It's by appointment only, but it's worth a visit when you're in Birmingham. Let's go check it out. Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Chatham.
This is Paul and John, and they're the owners of Velvet and Chrome. Tell us how you pick what you pick for your store.
We kind of started just buying what we like.
I definitely appreciate 50s and 60s design history and iconic pieces from that era. And John sort of fills out the selection with more contemporary 70s and 80s pieces that sort of signify where we're heading now.
Do you guys have a problem with reproduction furniture?
Reproductions are a dime a dozen, and you really have to have a sharp eye to be able to discern between the old ones and the new ones.
How can we tell an original old thing from a reproduction new thing?
Sure. Well, we just so happen to have a Herman Miller shell chair right over here in this office area that we've configured. It's in the most sought after seafoam green fiberglass shell color that you always want to see. But what you want to do when you come across one of these chairs is pick it up, turn it over, and look for the labels that you hope are present underneath.
That is so cool.
Whether they be stamped on or a sticker label. What's nice about this indicates the specific vintage. It's got the year it was produced. In addition, which you don't see very often, the actual store label where this chair was purchased in Boston in the late 50s, a store called Contemporary, no less.
That's very cool. In a place that's as well picked as this, where I'm not necessarily looking for a diamond in the rough because they're all sort of diamonds in the rough, all the hard work has been done for me. I'm essentially just looking for something that resonates personally for me. So I like velvet upholstery, I love big lucite pieces, I love brutalist things, I love anything that's gonna be a little over the top. This thing is amazing. I say if it makes your heart sing, you should go for it. That's kind of the joy of thrifting and shopping and picking. Okay, I love this thing. I don't know if I have any space for it. Would you do it? Would you buy it? I love this thing. So it's Murano glass. I love it because, of course, it's shimmering and it's shiny and it looks like a giant piece of jewelry. This to me is actually the sexiest looking piece of furniture ever designed, ever. Maybe not the most comfortable, but I just have always loved this for some reason. Well, I love it. I love Yellow Space. Thank you for letting us stop by, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Great, we'll see you again.
Right on. Our last stop today is Urban Suburban Antique Mall in the Crestwood neighborhood of Birmingham. Hey Chris, well thanks for letting us have a look around. Tell us a little bit more about Urban Suburban.
Urban Suburban is an antique mall with about 60 vendors in it. We've got cool stuff, always coming and going, and it's a place you want to come often because it goes about as quickly as it comes.
It sure does. We're gonna go check it out.
We're always glad to have you, Chatham.
There's all kinds of treasures in this booth. I like to come here for glassware, accessories, mid-century stuff, and also a little bit of Hollywood Regency. It's not overpicked, the prices are still great, and there's a better selection than in most other cities. So check out this table. Buried underneath this rug and these plates and these wooden fruits is this very, very cool brass table. It's been left unpolished, but it's a real diamond in the rough. I think it's maybe $179, which seems like a really fantastic deal. And it's really easy to overlook things like that, so you gotta pay attention in places like this. If you're wondering, can I negotiate this price? Here's a couple of tips. It's totally fine to haggle if it's the person's own store. A place like What's on Second or Velvet and Chrome, you're totally fine to ask them if they would do you a little bit of a better deal. In an antique mall, it's best just to pony up the cash because often the people working behind the counter aren't the people who have the booze themselves. Here's something you can find in almost any antique mall or thrift store. It's going to be brass items, and they are awesome for incorporating into almost any style of decor. I really like these seashell bookends. For 26 bucks, it's a great price. Coastal Grandma, anyone? So some of the coolest stuff in antique malls is going to be hiding in the back, so don't skip it. I think this is just amazing. I mean, someone handmade every single element of this. It's got critters in it. There's a tiger in there. There's a lion in there. I can't imagine how much work this took. It just seems like a real kind of folk treasure. It's really, really special. Thanks for thrifting with me in Birmingham, Alabama. Smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one, and thanks again. Bye.